Shalom, all praises to the Most High. Anoka said, praise be to the earthly mother, the Pachamama, and all of her earthly angels, the Erkadesh. Praise be to the Holy Spirit, the Kahe, in the name of his only begotten Son, Motsah the Lamb, unification to the nation. Bro, I did not think that we were going to have to do another installment on this series. I didn't think there was anything left to really talk about, but apparently I'm being led back to California, being led back to speaking about some things because obviously there's a lot of prophecy going on. There's a lot of destruction going on with California, so I'm just like, this has to be something important. This can't just be the land of the Nephites. It has to be something important. And in the video that I did on the sons of Asher, a lot of people didn't really watch that video. That's okay. But in that video, I was trying to find out where the land of Asher is or was. And I guessed that maybe it was Brazil. And that's really not that bad of a guess because of the Brazilian wood that they found in the Middle East that the Phoenicians brought over there. And I was just like, well, it would make sense if their land was on the coast of the Atlantic Ocean, something of that sort. It would be, it would make a little bit of sense, right? But I'm having another crack at this, and I'm thinking that maybe, just maybe, that the land of Tyre is actually California. Now we're going to go over a few things. One, we're going to go over the ancient island of Arwad, because this island was settled in the early 2nd millennium BC by the Phoenicians, and we know who the Phoenicians were. The Phoenicians, partly being the tribe of Dan and the Philistines, but it was also the tribe of Asher and the people and the Canaanites of Tyre. Why? Because they can never get the people of Tyre out of their land, and Tyre was situated in the land of Asher. Asher did not fight with the rest of the Israelites. They didn't pick a side. Why? Because they are living amongst the people of Tyre. So they would be like, well, I'm not going to pick a side. It was like that. So I was trying to figure out, well, is there land in Brazil or is it somewhere else? Because I ran into another concept of insular Tyre and the island of Tyre, and I was getting confused because I'm like, what? Like, what? And then I said in the comment section, I was like, maybe it's the island of California. And I just kind of scrapped it, and I was like, I don't feel like really digging into that because it's confusing me. But now it might start to make sense. I'm going to look further into this after I make this video, but let me just tell you what I think. It had a powerful navy, and its ships are mentioned in the monuments of Egypt and Assyria. In the Bible, an Arvite is noted as the forefather of the Arvadites, a Canaanite people. So Arwad and Arvad are the same people. So it's an ancient island of Arvad or Arwad, right? And they're trying to say that this is in the Mediterranean. Okay, sure. Let's read this. Under the Persians, Arwad was allowed to unite in a confederation with Sidon and Tyre, with a common council at Tripolius. When Alexander the Great invaded Syria in 332 BC, Arwad submitted without a struggle under her king Sarato, who sent his navy to aid Alexander in the reduction of Tyre. It seems to have received the favor of the Seleucid kings of Assyria and enjoyed the right of asylum for political refugees. It is mentioned in a Rescript from Rome about 138 BC in connection with other cities and rulers of the East to show favor to the Jews. This was after Rome had begun to interfere with the affairs of Judea and Syria, and indicates that Arwad was still of considerable importance at the time. The city has been cited as one of the first known examples of a republic in the Levant region. Okay, whatever. So I just want to get into a little bit of that history. Now, I came across this map, and this is supposedly a very old map, and I cannot believe I didn't hear about this map before. It's a Zhang He world map of 1418. That's incredible. And I looked up, well, how come no one talks about this? Well, they're trying to say, well, this person knew about things that the Europeans didn't know about during this time, so it has to be forged or fake. And I'm just like, that's why you guys don't accept this map? Really? They love to smell their own ass, and it's incredible. They really tried to say that this is actually Papua New Guinea. Like, what? Are you kidding me? Now, I know you're probably wondering, what does all this writing say? Don't worry, we're going to get to it. But the island of California, or California was depicted as an island, right? Island. And there's also a concept of insular Tyre, and you have a Tyre, and whatever. But I'm pretty much saying that near Tyre, or maybe this is Tyre and they're just trying to hide it. Maybe Tyre always was an island or some sort of peninsula, and they don't know how to fit that in the Middle East, so they kind of hide it. But maybe it's showing up in certain texts. I don't know. I have to dig deeper, but I just wanted to bring out this information. Now, let's see what this writing says, because this is going to blow your mind. The people living in this area, this is North America in the region of Alaska. The people living in this area are similar to Khitan and Mongols who feed on fish on the region of Alaska. The skin of the race in this area is black red, and feathers are wrapped around their heads and waist. They are anthropophagious people. I don't know what this means. Well, let's look it up, because I don't need to know what things mean. I should also note that, didn't it say in the scriptures that Tyre's land, it was better. It was more lush than the rest of the lands of Israel. Did not say that. Anthropophagus is a horror film. I guess they're trying to say that they eat meat raw, which they do. So we've had a discussion on that. I'm not gonna harp on it anymore. You guys can do what you want. Oh no, they were talking about the people on the west of North America. They're trying to say that I guess they eat things raw or they eat people. I don't know. But this is on the west of North America. This is how they're saying this is how they look. Their skin is black red, right? This area is frozen land on the northeast of North America. Now listen to this. There are more than 1,000 tribes and kings here on the middle of North America. What does it sound like? Sounds like the Book of Mormon events. Most of the people here have learned equitation and toxophilia. I don't know what that is. I have to look up these words actually. Oh, archery. Okay, that's one. What's this other one? Oh, the art of practicing riding a horse. Okay. Wait. Hold up. When were horses brought to North America? Let's see what the lies that they're about to push. Of course. Horses were brought here by Christopher Columbus, right? Okay. They really said that. They really said that Columbus brought horses to North America. Columbus never even went to North America, so how do you do that? Their lies just disgust me. Like, it don't even make any sense, bro. Okay, whatever. Moving on. Close the close the tab, man. Stop freezing, please. Work with me. Okay. Another big word, bro. What is it with all these big words, man? You're slowing down my lesson, bro. But I gotta go through these things because this is a very interesting revelation that I've never heard before. And I know many people have not heard this before, so you gotta look up these words to figure out what type of people are they seeing here. Oh, people eater. That's also in the Book of Mormon, right? Was a race of cannibals. They're saying that they cannibalize people here. In the middle of North America, there goes your Lamanites. So this kind of proves where the Book of Mormon events took place. It took place in the middle of North America, as it seems, and somewhat in Mexico, maybe. But I'm starting to believe that they pretty much were always there, or maybe they landed in Mexico. A brother sent me something about how they landed in Florida. I'm not really sure, but you never know. I won't ever say yes or no, and I don't even know. The land of this area is rich in gold and silver, and the people here use gold as currency in the middle of North America. See, a lot of stuff's going down in the middle, bro. A lot of stuff seems to be going down here. And he said there were more than 1,000 tribes and kings here. It's such a like, come on, man, this is crazy. The land is covered with trees, and the big tree here is big enough for 100 persons to hold in the arm. On the south of North America, like, what type of land is this, man? So it's such an old land. Now listen to South America. The cities here were built with huge stones, therefore called stone cities. On north of South America, the people here believe in the religion of Balaka, in which human beings are used as sacrificial victims, and people pay obeisance to fire. On the middle of South America, sounds about right. There are more than 12 stone cities here, most of which are prosper on the south of South America. So, this stuff is very interesting, man. Very interesting. Uh, that's such. I can't use the word. That's so telling of where the Book of Mormon events took place. Still could have taken place in in Central America and moved to North America, but he didn't really hide the cities of Mesoamerica. He mostly hid the cities of North America, and then hid our cities of the actual original lands in the Amazon and things of that sort, and had the conquistadors just destroy the rest. But it seems like we hid most of our stuff in the Amazon, and other jungles nearby. Now listen to this. In Assyria, for instance, much bigger palaces were built at Nimrod, at Nineveh. And okay. Well, they're going to add where they think the palace of Sargon II is, who reigned during this time. During this time, he fought against, I believe, the kings of Judah, because I think he already took the 10 tribes in the Assyrian captivity. But where was the Assyrian captivity? We have to ask that question. Where was it? Extended for more than 23 acres. 23 acres, right? And, let's just keep flowing. We're going to keep flowing. Sargon II, he wasted no time in finishing the job that Salmanazar started. At the end of 722 BC, after a 3-year siege, Sumeria fell. According to the annals of Sargon II, he deported 27,290 Israelites over to the territory of Persia. I don't know where that is, but it placed other people from around his empire into the area of Sumeria to populate the area. The prophet Amos wrote some powerful words in his lamentation over Israel. Sargon II was considered a biblical myth throughout modern history until archaeological excavations of French scholar and this person supposedly found the real place, right? But is this 23 acres? No, it's not. In fact, how many acres is the city measured about 1 mile square. What? Are they joking right now? You got to be joking right now, right? One is 23 acres and the other measures at 1 mile. Okay. You know what? How many miles are 23 acres? Maybe I'm reading this wrong. What the hell do they mean 1 mile square? What? I'm confused as hell, bro. There's no way that they're really trying to sell you this crock of horse dung, bro. Oh my goodness, are you for real? Well, you know what? I'm gonna stop playing around. Do you want to know something? On January 23, on 19 on 1929, ground broke for the 8 million Samson Tire and Rubber Company plant, the largest tire manufacturing facility on the West Coast. This is the place that he built as a tire. This is supposed to be a tire place. It's supposed to be a tire company, a rubber tire company, and he built it like a palace. Supposedly built it like a palace. Really, did he build it like a palace? Or did he find this place here and they can't do anything about it, so they just got to build it like a palace, right? They just got to say that they built it, right? Like, this is just ridiculous to me. At the behest of, my brother told me how to read this, lecture. I tried, bro. I tried. The original architects, Morgan Walls and Clements, designed the wall in the style of King Sargon II's palace. Sargon was a Babylonian king with a 23-acre palace and lectures plant. Listen to this. Coincidentally or by design, covered the same amount of land. What are the odds that this person who just wanted to randomly build an Assyrian tire manufacturing company, do they really think we're this stupid? But we are this stupid. Because you have people just eating and having a great time. Oh yeah, it's just an Assyrian place. It's Assyrian themed. Yeah, it's just Assyrian. It's just Assyrian, man. What do they say in Cali? It's just Assyrian, dude. Well, that's what the white people say. How do Cali people speak? They speak like people from St. Louis. I can't. I'm trying to think about the accent, but I'm struggling to think of a sentence to say. Yeah, cuz this right here is hard body. I don't know how to speak like the brothers out there in Cali, but oh, let me try. I'm trying to show you this thing because I was tripping about this for like a few days, and I was just like, "You got to be kidding me!" They they can't just have this right in front of us, and this is what actually sparked my interest for this video. They can't find the real palace, but this is a replica, and they said that that was a tire factory. You paid $8 million for an Assyrian tire factory. You can't. No one can prove any construction of this building. By the way, no one can prove it. I haven't seen any pictures of this. They're just like, we'll take our word for it. It was built in 1920 something. My ass, bro. I'm not believing a single thing that anyone says. Especially not that. You gotta be kidding me, bro. An Assyrian tire factory. I even put that a while ago. I was like, I don't know, because I thought, what the hell is San Diego? It has to be something. It has to be depicting something. Right? Lebanon is obviously here, bro. The redwoods, the cedar trees of Lebanon, that has to be Lebanon. So let's zoom into this palace. If this thing ever loads. Look at that. Just an Assyrian an Assyrian palace. Right next to a highway and a shopping mall. Like, they made this into a shopping mall. And they call this the Citadel. Like, are people this are like, what? This whole thing was his palace. Damn near. Is this not insane? That his palace is still here? They were not able to do the same damage in North America that they were able to do in South America and in Central America. Because by this time, they already brought other people over here. So, it was kind of hard for them to do their dirty work. Because now they were observers. Right? But let's get a street view of this. If we can, god damn, this computer lagging like hell. they just made this into a shopping mall. Repainted it, and that was pretty much it. Assyrian themed. Yeah, it's just the citadel. Like, what? I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm shocked at this concept. I'm just shocked at this whole thing. This whole thing is so weird. It is so weird that people did this. And they just like, let's just do an Assyrian themed palace. What did the people say? Let's build an Assyrian themed palace for a tire factory. Does that make any sense to you? Does any of this make sense? So where was Assyria? Now we have to ask some difficult questions. Let's move on, because this video is already kind of long. Just crazy, bro. I just want to close off with the concept of insular Tyre. Because Tyre is constantly referred to as some sort of island, and I'm just like, what? What do you mean? After this destruction, it would seem the great body of the inhabitants withdrew to insular Tyre, on an island opposite the former city, the former city of Tyre. About 30 standa from the mainland. Well, I'm not listening to any measurements you have, but whatever. This had been a sort of port or suburb of the main city, but was soon enlarged into a new Tyre, and became opulent and powerful. It was fortified with such strength and possessed resources so abundant. What does that sound like? What does that sound like? That sounds just like California. California is probably the richest land in the whole world when you really think about it. It is incredibly rich, as to be able to withstand the utmost efforts of Alexander the Great for the space of 7 months. Which makes sense. What are they trying to say that Arwad, the island of Arwad, or insular Tyre was? What are they trying to say it was? This little itty bitty piece of land right here? This place was fortified to where you couldn't break through? Was this place fortified? Just wait for the punchline. Or was this place fortified? You tell me. Because something ain't right here. Something ain't adding up. Something is not making sense. And they shall take up a lamentation for you, and say to you, how are you destroyed that were inhabited of sea-faring men? The renowned city, which was strong in the sea, she and her inhabitants, which caused their terror to be on all that haunted. Your borders are in the middle of the seas, your builders have perfected your beauty. Everyone who goes to California, they rant and rave about how beautiful it is, because it is. It's a very beautiful land. And that's what literally makes it a perfect candidate for Tyre. The less important towns of Phoenicia, such as Arvad, and the rest of these, follow their example, but Tyre closed its gates and entrusted to its insular position for the preservation of its independence, as it had done of old in the time of Sennacherib and Nebuchadnezzar. Let's keep going, man, because I gotta really look into this stuff. He had thought to strengthen himself by securing the help of a certain Sanduari, who possessed the two fortresses of Kundu and Sizu in the Sicilian mountains. Are they talking about the mountains of Southern California? Are those the real Sicilian mountains? Who knows? But neither this, or I guess the Sicilian mountains they're talking about, neither this alliance nor the insular position of his capital was able to safeguard him. When once the necessity for stemming the tide of the Chimeran influx was over, and the whole of the Assyrian force was free to be brought against him. This stuff, like, it's just opened another rabbit hole for me. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to speak on? One of the most famous cities of the ancient world, situated along the coast of Phoenicia, Tyre was very important for wealth, commerce, and colonizing. Later, they were dependent on Persia, and afterwards subject to Syria. Tyre, Sidon, uh, uh, Telom, uh, Telamias, Ptolemias. I don't know who that is. Is that Ptolemy or Ptolemias? Is that what it means? I don't know. And Solomon sent to Huram the king of Tyre, saying, As thou didst deal with David my father, and didst send him cedars to build him a house to dwell therein, even so deal with me. What cedars? It is all coming together, man. Because why wouldn't David ask for cedars of Lebanon or the redwoods of California? Why wouldn't he? Man, get me out of this place. No, get me out of this place, man. So, wouldn't Haram have to be near the cedars to trade for the cedars, right? The redwoods, the biggest, strongest trees on earth, grow like a cedar in Lebanon, right? Starting to make sense, I hope. Let's continue. As thou didst deal with David my father, and didst send him cedars to build him a house to dwell therein, even so deal with me. So, yeah, it would definitely seem that California and these places, they were pretty much stolen. And I don't think we got them back until the Most High gave, these lands to Nephi. And then we started to push out the other nations. But it seems like we couldn't take down every single one of these people, and they were still on our lands. And I think we just recently got them out, but we adopted their customs. We adopted their nonsense. And then death came upon us swiftly afterward. So once we finally got the other nations, well, not all the other nations, but I guess we had dominion over the land. I should say that. Once we had dominion over the land, and hopefully we killed Canaan and did not intermarry with them too much, that is when we had to pay. I'm just trying to lay down what I think could have occurred. But this is all starting to make sense. And didn't, I think David or Solomon, I think he sent for gold. I think they're trading for gold, right? Uh, is it King Haram of Tyre? Oh, it's with an I. Did he not trade for gold? Did he not trade gold or something with gold? According to the Bible, both kings grew rich through this trade. And Hiram sent Solomon architects, workmen, cedar wood, and gold to build the first temple in Jerusalem. Josephus says that he also extended the Tyrian harbor, enlarged the city by joining the two islands on which it was built, and constructed a royal palace and a temple for Melkart. Wow. See? The palace was built using Lebanon cedar or redwood cedar, right? All right, that's enough. You guys get the point. Let me know what you guys think. Peace be with you. Selah Kalah.